Now then, how is it going? It's Denham. We're back for another trick tip. After coming back from contests and stuff, I felt more motivated to do more trick tips and things like that to try and develop people skating if they want it. So I'm gonna go out and film another one today. I don't know how long it's gonna take me to put together. I might have filmed this months ago, and you might only be seeing it now. We'll see how we get on. So a lot of people have asked for rail to Casper and Casper to rail. There's been tons of people asking for that one. So I figured I'd try and cover both in this video. So let's see how we get on. In terms of difficulty, again, the kind of medium difficulty, they're going to help you out quite a lot in terms of getting combos together and things like that. So they're certainly worth learning. Takes a bit of figuring out. Some of the movements are quite subtle, but let's have a look through it, see how we get on. Okay, so let's look at going from rail to Casper first. So I want to pull myself up into rail. I'm obviously in a heel side rail for this one. You can do them toe side, but it's a bit of a different technique. So what I'm doing here is I'm using my back foot, so that's my right foot, and I'm shuffling it just down towards the tail. I'm keeping the wheel right in the arch of my foot, and I've got mainly my toes hanging over the edge, so I'm ready to get a really good solid foot placement on that Casper. Now my front foot is going to come off the board, and it's going to be behind the board ready to kind of push under a little bit. Now that's so that as my front foot pushes through the board a bit, my back foot can lock onto the tail. There's a bit of a different angle here just so you can see that foot position. So my toes are over the edge, I'm hooking the foot just so that the wheel is right in the arch of my foot there. Now I need to hop a little bit here just to allow a bit of time to get into that position. I need to be leaning towards this back foot a bit, trying to keep the front of the board up. Foot downs we don't want ideally. It's going to happen while you're learning, but it's always good to get into good habits. So front foot comes off the board ready to shovel underneath, and as I do that I'm kind of kicking back on my heel very slightly on that back foot just to tip the board over into a Casper position. Okay, so let's look at the Casper to rail. Now this one is a little bit more tricky and it's a bit more picky in terms of your foot placement and the technique. So we're going to be in our Casper. Now I want to have a little bit of weight on my toes on that back foot, so almost pinching on that toe side edge. My front foot is in pretty much the same position as my Casper before. Now what I want to do here is I want to try and kick that front foot up and through the board. Now the back foot kicks back through the board just a little bit. You can sort of see that a little bit on the video. It's quite hard to spot. It's a very, very subtle motion. Now I want to try and jump straight up here, keep the board directly underneath me, and really spot it coming back round to lock it onto the wheels in rail. Okay, so that's rail to Casper and then Casper to rail, and that's Arnold Schwarzenegger. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you really enjoyed this trick tip. If you know someone who wants to learn these, please share it around among your friends. We'll be back for another one really soon. Take care, practice, that's all you've got to do, and we'll see you for another trick tip really soon. Cheers, bye. Goodbye, I'll be back.
inside.